This is continuing Module 4, Lesson 11. This is the first classwork example showing more step-by-step how to create an equation using constant rate and cross multiplication, and then how to use that equation to find some different time and assignments that I've graded, and how to take those, that piece of information, those points of time and assignments, and how to graph them. So all of this first part here is just asking you to do to create an equation in more of like a step-by-step process. Eventually, I'm hoping that you can create an equation in one big like kind of chunk all together. But for now, just kind of thinking about it step by step, so that you don't get confused when you start to try to work on your own. So using that same see here, I'm going to use a highlighter. Using that same known rate, Miss Cabral can grade 5 assignments in 1 minute. And then I was asking other questions. How many can I grade in 5 minutes, in 12 minutes? How long does it take me to do 10 assignments, 9 assignments? Those are all the types of questions that can be answered by using cross multiplication, like the warm-up question. What we really want to know now, though, is we want to be able to find an equation that will represent how many assignments I can grade over any amount of time. So here's the part that's a little tricky. How many assignments can I grade over any amount of time? So notice that I'm not being asked how many assignments did I grade in 10 minutes, or I've graded 30 assignments, how long did that take me? I'm being asked to find an equation, to create an equation that's going to tell me how many assignments I can grade at any point in time. So I'm not being asked for a specific number of assignments. I'm not being asked for a specific time. We have to do an equation that could find anything, which means there is no specific or no known time, no known assignments. So we're going to have to use variables to represent assignments and to represent the time that it would take me. So first things first, when you want to create an equation using the constant rate to be able to figure out how much of an activity can be completed over any amount of time, you need to know the basic constant rate for what we're looking for the equation. In this case, we're being asked to create an equation that can measure my grading, how quickly I grade or how long it takes me to grade. So I know, or we know, that I can grade 5 assignments in 1 minute. We need to use that constant rate. So the first step that I've put here to get you on your way to creating an equation is to use the fraction that represents the constant rate that's known. And in this case, the rate for my grading is 5 assignments in 1 minute. So I'm going to put C right here because C represents constant rate. So we know that my constant rate is 5 over 1. We have to use that to create an equation. The next thing is, okay, once I know what my constant rate is, now I want to set up an equal proportion or two fractions equally to each other, just like I did for the cross multiplication question in the warm-up. But this time, I don't know how many assignments I've completed, and I don't know how much time. So we have to use variables as well. Then we're going to cross multiply to create that equation. So the first thing that I suggest doing when you start thinking about setting up the next part of your equation, or for the two equal fractions, is what are the variables that you want to use to represent the unknowns? In this case being how many assignments I can grade and how long it's going to take me. So I suggest that you mark your text or let yourself know somehow what are the letters that you're using and what do they mean. So in this case, let's do, I'll write it out. So I know that what I'm looking for is I want to know how many assignments I can grade over any amount of time. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to write assignments. Okay. And the letter that I'm going to use for that, let's say, is A. A for assignments. So the variable A in my equation is going to stand for assignments. And the letter, let's see, in how many minutes, I'll use M to stand for the minutes. Okay, so somehow you have to let yourself know of the things that they're asking you for in the constant rate, you have to assign them a variable. You have to give them a variable. And so I want to be able to know how many assignments I can grade in any amount of time. I'm going to use A for assignments and M for minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the known constant rate, which is 5/1. And we're going to set that equal to what I don't know, which is how many assignments I can grade in any amount of time, right? So assignments and minutes are A and M are the letters I'm using to represent how many assignments I can grade in any amount of time. From there, I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply these two things and these two things across, crisscross from each other. So 5 times M is 5M, and that's equal to 1 times A, which is 1A. I know 1A could also just be equal to A, but I want to show a certain step here. So now I have this, right? I've come up with this, and this looks different than the warm-up question, because the warm-up question, I didn't have two variables. I'm going to scroll back to that. I didn't have two variables when I cross multiplied. I had a 5t equals 47. So I knew that I had to solve for the t. But in this case, I have an m and an a. I have two different variables on two different sides of this equation. So it's kind of tricky. The next thing then that I want you to think about is this is the final step to create an equation, and it will have two variables. You want your equation to have both letters, but you want one of them to be all by itself. And in this case, the M has the 5 with it and the A has the 1 with it. So the last thing that you want to do is you want to have a single variable on one side. So you just want to have one letter on one side all by itself. The letter or the variable that you want to be alone is the one that represents the activity being done, not the time. So in this case, A stands for the assignments that I grade. So I want A to be by itself, completely alone. And right now, this equation, 5M equals 1A, A is not by itself. It has a coefficient of 1. So what I'm going to do to make sure that A is by itself is I'm going to divide that 1 away. Okay. And then 5 divided by 1 is 5. And so this is going to be 5M. And 1 divided by 1 cancels and leaves me with just A. So my equation, I'm going to turn this around. I'm just going to switch it up. A equals 5M instead of 5M equals A. So I'm going to switch that up. This is my equation that I'm going to use. I want to use the equation A equals 5M because what that stands for is the assignments I can grade is equal to my rate. Remember my 5 assignments a minute times how many minutes I've been grading. So that equation is going to allow me to solve for how many assignments I can grade at any point in time. Now what we're going to do to start finding some different values for that is I'm going to take it to this chart here. I'm going to recopy this equation, A equals 5M, and I'm going to start to use this table to look for how much assignments I can grade in any particular time. Notice here the table is already slightly filled out for me on this side, where this first columns go up and down. This first column represents how much time has passed since I've been grading. The middle here has equation and it has all this big open space. This is what we're going to solve and we're going to show some work. And then assignments graded, this is where once we get an answer, the answer is going to go into this space because we're going to solve for how much time we've been working, and that'll give us how much work I've had done. So I'm going to ask you guys this question. This still is connecting to the first question that said, or the first statement that said, Ms. Cabral can grade 5 assignments every 1 minute. How many assignments can she grade in any amount of time? We're going to check that now. But I'm going to ask you guys, just think about it. If 0 minutes have passed, 0 time has passed that I've been grading, would I have graded any assignments at all? If I have not started grading, I haven't spent any time grading, would I have graded any assignments? No, right? That's 0. So I would hope that in 0 minutes of me working, I have 0 assignments. That makes sense in real life. Let's check this equation. What we're going to do is, remember, time was minutes. I use the letter M to represent minutes, and I use the letter A to represent assignments graded. I'm going to use this equation A equals 5m. But in this case, I'm going to replace or substitute the m for minutes in the equation with whatever number is in this column. So this means I want to know how many assignments have I graded if I grade 5 assignments every minute. But in this case, instead of just m, I'm going to put 0 because I want to know what is this 0 minutes? How much assignments have I done in 0 minutes? Well, 5 times 0 is 0. So what this means here, A equals 0, is assignments equals 0. I have no assignments done, and I'm going to put that number over here. And that makes sense, right? In 0 minutes, I should have nothing graded because I haven't been working. Now, this is the next step. What actually is going to happen here is we're going to take these two values, the one on the left and the one on the right, and we're going to use them as a coordinate point, 0, 0. So I'm going to have you guys write that like that. Next, I'm going to try to figure out the next thing. All right, well, in 1 minute, how many assignments have I graded? And I'm going to use the equation to find that answer. Now, we already know, because it said from the beginning, Ms. Cabral can grade 5 assignments in 1 minute. But let's check to make sure this equation shows that. A equals 5m, and instead of m for minutes, I'm going to replace that with 1 for 1 minute. So my assignments is equal to the 5, my constant rate of grading, times 1 for 1 minute. 5 times 1 is 5. So A equals 5 right there. I'm going to take that answer and I'm going to put that here. That means in 1 minute, I can grade 5 assignments. Just like that. And that makes sense, right? In 2 minutes, I can expect to grade 10 assignments. In 3 minutes, 15 assignments. In 4 minutes, 20 assignments. So what I'm going to do here, because I know that there's some problems that have some decimals, is I'm going to change this up. Well, let's say, what if I want to know how many assignments have I graded in 2.4 minutes? Okay, 2.4 minutes. That means 2 minutes and some seconds. Again, I'm going to use the equation. This equation means assignments is equal to how many assignments I grade, 5 a minute. But in this case, instead of the m for minute, I'm going to put 2.4. Okay, let's just say I'm going to go with that just to see, because obviously we already knew in 2 minutes I'm going to do 10 assignments. So what if I kind of stop myself before I got to 3 minutes? Let's see how many. So 5 times 2.4, let's use our calculators for that. So let's see, let me open up my calculator here. 5 times 2.4 is equal to 12. So A equals 12. That means 12 assignments. So this means in 2.4 minutes, I can grade 12 assignments. Cool. Let's say I'm going to do, instead of 3, I'm going to do 3.6, okay? Just to practice with a decimal again. So how many assignments can I complete in 3.6 minutes? Well, I'm going to take my equation, but instead of m, I'm going to use 3.6 to represent 3.6 minutes. I'm going to get my calculator and multiply 5 times 3.6. And that's going to be 18. So in 3.6 minutes, I can get 18 assignments done. And to use this as a graphing point, to graph it down below, I'm going to do my time in minutes, 3.6, and my activities completed, 18, or my assignments completed, 18. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this 4 again, just to go back to whole numbers. In 4 minutes, how many assignments can I grade? We already know that it would be 5, 10, 15, 20 assignments, but let's make sure that this equation really works. Oops, I was going to put 20 because I already know the answer. 5 times 4, and 5 times 4 together is 20. So I can do 20 assignments in 4 minutes, and as a graphing point, I'm going to have 4, 20. And what I'm going to do is, with these points, I'm going to do my best to graph them down here. Now, I did leave you some space so you could rewrite it. So we had the point 0, 0, so 0 minutes, 0 assignments. 1 minute, 5 assignments. Then I used 2.4 minutes, and I already forgot. And 12 assignments. 3.6 minutes and 18 assignments. Let me just double check. Yep. And 4 minutes and 20 assignments. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph those. I'm going to zoom out a little. Okay. So I'm going to have the point 0, 0 is right here. And now notice that these sides are labeled. Over here, the horizontal axis represents how much time has passed in minutes, and the vertical axis is going to tell us how much assignments I have graded. So now the next point I have is 1 minute and 5 assignments. So I'm going to go to the 1 for the minutes and up to 5 to represent the assignments that I have done. I'm going to put a point there. This next one might be a little tricky, 2.4 and 12. 2.4 is for minutes, so I'm going to go to the 2, and 0.4 is close to the halfway, so I'm going to be close to halfway, and then I'm going to move my my assignments value, my y value, up to 12, which is like right there, kind of, right? We're trying. 3.6 and 18. 3.6 is a little past the halfway, and then all the way up to 18, like there. Okay, it does not have to be perfect. And then 4 minutes working and 20 assignments graded. 4 minutes and 20 assignments. Okay, so when you graph that, just notice like what, even though we have some weird decimal points in here, what do those points look like they're doing? Is there a pattern that you notice? Do you see anything happening? That'll get us into our next assignment for next week, but that's all you have to do to complete these. Now, I know that that's a lot of work. Creating the equation could already be tricky. Finding some values for that equation, and then taking those values as coordinate points and graphing them so we can see what constant rate looks like on a chart. So I'll continue with classwork example 2 in my next video.